Sometimes real-life events can sound like they've been taken straight out of a movie or TV show. These events that are stranger than fiction are extremely rare. The case of the disappearance of little Pauline Picard is no exception. This young French girl went missing from a family's farm in 1922. As you'll hear, this young girl's disappearance became stranger and stranger, turning the investigation and search for Pauline into a spiral. Picard was 2 years old when she went missing from a family home located in Gauze, à Loudun in France. Thinking the girl had just run off somewhere to play and become lost, local police and volunteers searched the area to no avail. Many residents believed the girl had been kidnapped by the local gypsies, who left soon after the disappearance. After a number of weeks, finding Pauline was becoming more and more bleak. However, word came out that a young girl matching Pauline's description had been seen over 300 miles away in Cherbourg. After her mother identified the found girl through a photograph, the policeman who found her was satisfied the disappearance had been solved. The parents frantically travelled the several hundred miles to retrieve their missing daughter. However, this is where the story takes a mysterious turn. Upon their arrival, the girl seemed distant and did not respond in her Breton dialect. However, her parents just pushed it aside, claiming trauma had caused it, and returned home without a second thought. Weeks after returning home, the Picard family began to suspect the girl was not their own. More strangely, a crazed man by the name of Yves Martin, who seemed hysterical, asked the parents if they truly believed that the found girl was their daughter. The man then screamed, "God help me, I am guilty," before running off. The local farmer was then committed to an asylum and was never heard from again. A dark discovery was then made that turned this case upside down. A neighbouring farmer was walking across the Picard farm when he discovered a truly sickening scene. The body of a young girl matching Pauline's description was found decapitated, brutally disfigured and naked, with a skull located nearby. Police were then called to the scene along with the Picards. Even though the body was unrecognisable and decaying, Pauline's mother stated that the clothing found near the body matched the outfit Pauline was wearing on the day she vanished. Even stranger was that the location where the remains were discovered had already been searched during the initial investigation, which led authorities to believe that the body had recently been moved there. Even more bizarrely, the autopsy of the skull found near the body was found to be too large to have belonged to the young girl. In fact, the skull didn't even belong to a woman. It was a full-grown male skull. Now, with 2 victims linked to the remains, authorities were on the hunt for a kidnapper and multiple murderer. Tragically, no conclusion could be reached in the case of Pauline Picard, which seemed to bring up a never-ending list of the following questions. Number 1. Was Yves Martin, who was sent to the asylum, the murderer of Pauline Picard? Number 2. Did he kill the man to whom the skull belonged, or did the skull belong to Pauline's killer? Number 3. How could the Picards have grossly misidentified a girl from Cherbourg as their own? None of these questions had ever been answered, and even Pauline's clothes were no proof that the body that they were near were those of Pauline Picard. The young girl whom Pauline's parents brought back home from Cherbourg was finally sent back to an orphanage, and the Picard family spent the remainder of their days with the mystery of the fate of their daughter. Yves Martin still remains the prime suspect, although following his encounter with the Picard family, his ultimate fate after he was placed in the asylum is not known. Most accept that the body found on the Picard's property did belong to Pauline. However, a mysterious part of the puzzle is related to the unidentified skull located near the body. No men went missing during Pauline's disappearance, so who on earth did it belong to?